Hey guys, Phil Monteleone, the Book Peddler here. If you haven't, I hope you like and subscribe to the Book Peddler YouTube channel. Step today on book picks, in-store, out-store activity, business selling experiences, whole mess of stuff. This is part two of Where Did You Find That? Adventures of an Antiquarian Bookman by, I almost said Peddler, by Harold Nestler. So I hope you enjoyed the first little part, and this is the second part of the video. And basically, little pro tips almost from a man in the trade that had been in the trade for years. And this second video is going to touch on the concept of Marion material. And actually, I have some notes up here that I just want to put in front of me for the book. Now, Marion Materials is a practice that I've used a number of times. And actually, let me just read to you what Nestler writes about this, and then I'll talk about it a little bit further. There is an occasional practice in the antiquarian book trade that is sometimes called marrying. An item relevant to a book is placed with it and sold as a pair, enhancing the price of the book and ensuring the sale of the item. For instance, a print of New England whaling ship from the mid-1800s could be put in a recent book on whaling and the price raised. A letter signed by Ralph Waldo Emerson could be placed in a biography of him and sold together. So he says he's done it multiple times, and I have as well. Again, like if you're listing books online, or even I've done it in the shop as well, anything though that can separate your listing from another seller's listing is gonna most likely have more of an appeal to it. So I sold a book on Poland to James out there. If you're watching, James, thank you. And it had a bunch of like Polish ribbons in it, within it. Kept it in there, and I believe I made note of it, so it would separate it from the other book on Poland, because now you're getting this little extra thing. I've sold books on the Adirondacks where I've included some steel engravings that were cool. They might have only been worth, $10, $15, but it helps separate the listing from other ones, and again, giving it more appeal. Now, I currently actually bought a book on a canal. It's a ledger book. So what you'll see sometimes, and what I'm going to do with this particular item is marrying a bunch of different material and almost making it like an allotment purely on this canal, whether that's postcards, pamphlets, pictures, anything. I'm making it an allotment. So like on auctions and stuff, sometimes you'll see this as well, like lot of fishing books, or a lot, separate the words, a separate lot of book on the trains or something like this, and people will bid on a train ticket, a cup from that train, things like that, a book. So I found this to be very beneficial. I do it in the shop. I do it if someone's interested in a book. Sometimes I'll say, I'll include another book into it to make the sale or something, sweeten the pot a little bit for them. And, this is a great practice. Now, another one is, when the material is already married to it, basically. Just to sidestep a bit, I'm going to tell you about a little story about Nestler. He actually had a diary from a Pennsylvania farmer. Very kind of monotonous diary, just on daily life and everything. He thought it had value just because of that window into this person's world during that time frame, and it does to some extent, but many people passed on this book, and he's a little disappointed, but they all missed something in this book. Nestler looked at it a little bit closer, and he found a first-hand account from this farmer on a battle, I think the Battle of Vicksburg, during the Civil War era. Well, this increased the value tenfold. So, and it sold, I think, quite readily. So that's the thing. Sometimes the material, it's already married to it. It's already been established, and you have to extract it out of it. Excuse me, to make that sale. To bring it out, basically. A guy who is great at this. There's a lot of antiquarian book dealers that are really good at this. Adam Weinberg Berger is one of them from the city. He really gets into the provenances, the ownerships, if there's a signature in there, and it does when you can give that book new angles for people to look at, and they have a little bit of a background on the book itself. The appeal is again, it's going to be more. You're enhancing the value of that book. Bound magazines. I've had early magazines. I just sold one, Harper's bound magazine, 1859, and it had the incident of John Brown in there, kind of during the Civil War, the Northern agitator, right, in Harper's Ferry, leading a slave rebellion or trying to, and it was one of those things that helped lead into and agitate towards a civil war. And so you extract that out and bring that to the forefront of your listings or within the description, and it's gonna enhance it again, more appeal. So anyways, that's Marion Material. It's a practice I believe probably everybody in the trade has used. Maybe not, but it certainly has worked for me on even lesser items as well. So anyhow, that's why I wanted to say that this is from the book, Where Did You Find That? Adventures of an Antiquarian Bookman. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Till next time, we'll see you later.